outside, let the music play. I just want to dance the night away. Yeah, right here,
And this
right
is
here, where I'm
the way
gonna stay.
let me put the music back there.
All night long.
This is how like they that
Just until I feel this misery is gone. Oh, moving,
I talked about it before. Is
keep
it
the music strong. Oh, let it play on and on. Let it play on and on and on and on and on and on. Think I'm gonna be alright.
it's like a playlist for the drawing course. Like this is how they were sharpening their charcoal pencils. So I'm just gonna do that. And you're supposed to get it like so it's like a very sharp kind of point. But I don't think so I think that kind of takes a while, so I don't think I'm gonna get to that point. But you want it a lot sharper than this. So I'm working with the new overhead camera setup because I was using the Droid cam, and that just for some reason I was gonna stream yesterday, but when I went to connect my phone, because that's what I'm using as my overhead camera, when I went to connect my phone to OBS, for some reason it just didn't allow me to. It just wasn't recognizing it, and I basically did everything I thought I could do. Like I restarted everything, I uninstalled Droid Cam on my phone and on my PC, and restarted my computer, restarted my phone, and after a while, just like forget it. It's like it's not worth it. Oh, let me change this on. It's not worth it. And so boost the mic a little bit more. Okay, is that better? Still sounds a little high. Okay, how's that? Test. Yeah, I think it was super high. I don't have my audio monitor turned on. But so I'm like listening to the audio through the stream. Okay. And bump up the audio. Can we increase the gain? Okay, I think that should be better. If I did anything. Audio ASMR. Oh, you decreased the gain there. Okay, that should do it. Sorry. There's like a clicking sound. Hold on, let me turn this monitor on. Yeah, the clicking sounds. Which is like, I think the vibrations of my cable on the desk. Because my computer is on the desk too. Okay, that's good. So yeah, drawing with charcoal. Titanic this weekend. And you know how Jack draws Rose? He uses charcoal, and it just looked fun to use. And fun fact about that, that was actually James Cameron who was drawing Kate Winslet. Although she wasn't like in the scene, like Leo was in the scene pretending to draw her, but James Cameron drew the drawing that Jack does. And James Cameron is left-handed, so to make it seem like Jack was drawing, they had to like flip the video. Just kind of a Titanic fun fact for you. I mean, charcoal is a lot more forgiving than pencil so far. You know, it's softer. So, yeah, I actively sought out watching Titanic. Like, I don't know, I was just in the mood to watch it. And it still holds up. It's never been like my top 100 favorite movies ever. Well, maybe. But not like top 10 or anything. But it does hold up. It's a lot more melodramatic than I remember last time I watched it, which was, I don't know, like 5 or 8 years ago or something now. Yeah, just melodrama. I can see where the creative impulses for Avatar come from, because in some respects some characters in Titanic are kind of like not necessarily super well developed, or they're kind of just like cartoonishly evil, like Cal, Rose's fiance. He kind of reminded me of the military colonel, or I forgot if it was a colonel or general, but the main military guy in Avatar. You know how he was just like super evil. I think he comes back in Avatar 2, but I have not seen Avatar 2. I don't want to. I listened to a movie review podcast called Now Playing, and I listened to the review they did about Avatar 2, and they didn't like it. And so that kind of like put me off. And also, I wasn't really a fan of the first Avatar. It was just kind of like whatever. Normally I do like James Cameron's work. I can probably turn the air to is my favorite. See if we can sharpen this a little more. Is that too loud on mic? I don't think this is sharp or thin enough, but it's okay. I think it takes a long time to actually sharpen these. So, but I don't want to be spending like 20 minutes sharpening on stream. I mean, I could have sharpened off stream, but I was trying to figure out my overhead camera situation. Okay, let's try. So yeah, Titanic, pretty good. Jack, an artist's inspiration, influenced me to draw on charcoal today. Although I did notice in the drawing of Rose, the light is a little bit different from the actual scene. Like where the shadows lie on Rose are not drawn that way. So I wonder if James Cameron had different lighting when he drew Kate Winslet. Or I don't think she posed for him. I think I read that they took photos and he drew from the photo as a reference. But yeah, the lighting was different though. And also something else I noticed. You know how I don't think I'm spoiling Titanic. I'm pretty sure if you haven't seen it by now, you're not gonna see it, or you don't really care. But you know how at the end of the movie, Rose dies, and right before right before we go into her death dream where she sees Jack again, the camera passes over a bunch of photos of her living her life and doing the things that Jack wanted her to do, riding a horse in Santa Monica, flying an airplane, I forgot, I don't know what song that is, something Josephine, right? But yeah, so she has these photographs of all the precious moments in her life, but she doesn't have any of her kids or husband there. At least I don't remember seeing any. So it's kind of the sort of short-sightedness of the story, where you're kind of not portraying Rose's full life after the Titanic. You know what I mean? There's 80 years of life that she lived after the Titanic, and 80 years can do a lot, especially when it comes to heartbreak and love and all that. A few years can do a lot. Okay, cool. I think that actually looks a lot better than the way I've been drawing it. Charcoal my hands. Do you have a napkin? I do. So I think I'm gonna just try to draw the second image here on the right onto this one. I think that I don't wanna, I'm not gonna draw this again. I forget how many times this is I've been drawing this. It's a lot. Well, not a lot. I think it's 3 or 4 times. But I don't really have a lot of practice with, like rubbing on charcoal on paper. So we'll see how it goes. I think maybe I'll try drawing on different paper next time. Maybe on this newsprint. I think that might blend better. Because I don't know if you can see, but there's like a bunch of like, what do you call it? It's not perforations. Grit, maybe? Like there's lots of spaces where the charcoal isn't filling in here on the paper because of the way the paper's made. Which makes it seem like it's not as dark as it is. But yeah, we'll work with what we got here, and then maybe I'll move over to the newsprint paper in the next one. Like I need like smoother paper. I also saw another movie this weekend called I Like Movies. Pretty sure it's a Canadian movie because it was set in Canada and they talked a lot about Canadian universities. And it was about this 17-year-old high school student who's basically a narcissist, um, and like treats everyone around him like shit, and it's almost infuriating just how poorly he treats like his mom and his best friend. And but his whole thing is he like loves movies more than anything else in life, and his dream is to get into NY uh, NYU film school. And so the whole movie he's waiting to hear back on whether or not he got into the film school. And in the meantime, while he's waiting during his senior year of high school, he gets a job at a video rental place. Which I don't know if it's a real one or if it's just, made for the movie. It was called Sequels. I don't know if that's a Canadian franchise. But yeah, it's I kind of like movies, like indie movies that are not the most they don't have the highest budget for like effects or anything. They're like character pieces. So they really have to focus on dialogue and character and plot and all that. I'd recommend it. Um, I think it's worth a watch, especially if you're like into um, those kinds of like indie movies and whatnot. Oh, I forgot to mention that he the PS4 deal with it? Like, does it play it okay or not? And I was gonna like read into it and look online, but I just got lazy. So I just kind of ordered it, figuring that like it worked okay enough for me. Like, I'm not really a frame snob. Like, it doesn't really matter to me as long as it's like more or less playable. See how my phone battery is doing. So yeah, so I ordered Elden Ring, but I don't think it comes with the DLC Night Rain, I think is what it is. So, but I mean, I think it's a pretty long game anyways, so maybe I'll, be satisfied playing the game fully, and if the DLC is on sale or whatever, I can get it later. That's kind of how I feel like, because I'm playing Fallout 3 right now, and it was like on Steam, it was like $3.99 like a month or two ago, and that included all the DLC. I think there's 3 or 4 maybe DLC packages. And so yeah, I've been playing a lot of Fallout. Like, I think I'm probably, I don't know, 85, 90 hours now. And like, I'm starting to get to the point where like it's just too much content, like kind of like a meal. Like, I feel satisfied, and like I don't even really want to. I think I have one DLC mission thing to complete. It's the island one that you go on the ferries and you go somewhere else. Because I completed the slaver one where you go to like a steel mill or something. And I completed Mothership Zeta, I think it's called. The one where you're abducted. That one was actually hard. Like, it took me off guard. Even though like I'm all like leveled up and like all my skills and whatever are pretty much maxed out. Like, I did die a few times. But yeah, anyway, that's what I mean by like feeling like, okay, like I'm good, I don't need to keep playing, which is what I'm hoping I'll feel with Elden Ring. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just rubbing. Oh, I do have a kneaded eraser. Check in these. Yeah, like I said, like I've been drawing in pencil more, and so like usually I don't really have like any kind of like pencil stuff around in my pencil case, but now I have like a brush and an eraser and whatnot. I also have a blending stump, which I'm not going to use, but like I have like pencil stuff, which is kind of like unusual for me. Normally I just have like pens or like brushes. And I've been trying to do more watercolors too. And I tried to do a watercolor portrait yesterday. Man, I have a lot to learn when it comes to color. Like, it doesn't look, it's not like I'm using colors that are like super far off, but it's like there's so much subtlety that is required to draw realistic looking watercolor portraits. Subtlety that I don't really have, nor do I have like the patience for at this moment to do. Like, I'm just trying to get things in proportion and get the values more or less right. Like, that's challenging enough for me anyway. I love the harmonies on this song. I think I've never sung in a chorus or a choir, but I imagine it's hard to get your harmonies right with a bunch of people, you know? But at the same time, it's gotta be fun too, right? To be like, nice, you know, we're all working, we're all in sync, we're all feeling the same groove. It's a little off. Okay. I think I need to pull some out there in the corner, and then right here, sort of like in the middle. Okay. So I ordered stuff for Cyber Monday, Elden Ring. I mean, like, I've been wanting to play Elden Ring since it came out, but it's never really been like a priority game for me. But I mean, at $15, like, that's too good of a deal to kind of pass up. And so I was like, okay, like, I'll just play it. And what else did I get? Oh, I got like a hard shell case, kind of like this one. For my like charging cables. This one actually, I don't think I've ever showed this. Has my watercolor set. So actually, I have too much stuff in here. But I got some watercolor brushes, a portable water container, uh, a spray cleaning thing from Costco for like spraying the palette first in the paper before applying the colors. Magnet to hold my colors to my paper. You want to see it? Clip sponge, which I just put in here because it's supposed to be useful, and for like a long time I was like, I'm not using this. But since I started trying to watercolor more lately, I have found the sponge useful. Smooth this and such. And it's a makeup sponge. And then this is a Trader Joe's mint tin that I repurposed. And I bought these little paint palette fight it. But with this, like, you can just kind of like wipe it, with your finger, just kind of like wipe it like that, or like get an eraser, clean it up. Then the other thing too with charcoals, um, over pencils, like it gets a lot darker than pencil does. Like it's hard to get super dark um, values or like shaded areas with pencil. That looks good. Oh, thank you. I painted with charcoal when I was in my art history class. Oh, dude, nice. How was that? Are you an artist? Or is it just for that one class? Like I don't know why, but drawing in pencil and charcoal never really kind of appealed to me that much. I think it just kind of seems like a hassle. It was just for that one class. I'm an accounting major. Well, I mean, you don't have to just be one thing. You can be an accounting major who also, you know, draws in charcoal every once in a while. So what was the purpose of that class session, of your instructor having you draw on charcoal? And did you actually like complete a drawing, or was it just kind of like playing with it? Yeah, just playing with it. The only real art thing we did was a collage. For art history? I don't think I ever took an art history class. Like, do they normally have you, like, make stuff? That seems more like just kind of like arts. But I mean, it's interesting. I can imagine like the reason is they want you to like understand the mediums that artists used, and maybe kind of like a deeper understanding of how they made the paintings or the drawings that you might have studied in class. The only art class I've ever taken was Intro to Art in high school. And the only thing I remember from that class was my teacher telling us to draw what we saw, which it's okay advice, but like if you don't really get more instruction after that, it's kind of like there's sort of a limit to what that advice can help you with. And I think my teacher was just kind of like, just get it done. I'm gonna be over here working on some stuff for the AP art students, getting their portfolios prepped and whatever. It was just like a regular class. Like I wasn't an art student at all. I didn't start learning how to draw until a couple of years ago. Yeah, we did a collage at the end of the semester to show who we are as a person, but related to a famous painting. I did a Mona Lisa reference where Mona Lisa was Kendall Jenner. Dude, nice. And the landscape was beaches and palm trees on one half was sun, the other was at night. We only did collage. Films in like groups, and we would take turns directing. So like the first short film, like someone would be a director, and then the next one, like I would direct, and so we would switch roles, and it was really kind of like fun to see like who fits the roles better, because like there are some people where I was like, you don't know how to direct. Like this is gonna be painful. And other people in my group, I was like, okay, like they have the vision, So yeah, would you be like a director or like screenplay writer, or like more like a behind the scenes kind of like a lighting technician, director of cinematography. I was gonna sharpen this. I'm just checking my phone battery real quick. It's at 77. Oh, nice. I would have been in theater. I have been in theater since 7th grade, but when I got to college, I only took theater in art history. When I liked in theater was just watching movies. Theater was watching movies? That's crazy. Like, stage performances of like theater, of like plays, or just kind of like movies. Do you remember one question? Who directed Psycho and made 6 movies and one of his choices is Drake the Rapper? So it was just kind of like an easy pass class. I would like to either be a director or writer, but right now Greta Gerwig is my fave, so maybe more director. in the Lego movie, it was just kind of like very cartoonish. Just kind of like taking you out of the movie, you know? Yeah, deviated the movie. Yeah, like took in a totally different direction. So I also prefer Lady Bird. Yeah, because it's more like focused, right? I guess that's like it sort of like lost focus a little bit when it was talking about like the Mattel board and like Will Ferrell was like riding around in roller skates, or roller skates. Has she directed any other movies? Greta Gerwig? Lady Bird, Little Women, and Barbie are the ones I've seen and I know of. But like she must have directed more, right? It feels like she would have. Yeah. Yeah, I felt like she had to put that in there for business reasons. Yeah. Mattel is like, yeah, I mean, you can make a movie about Barbie, but you gotta up our brand, you know? We're gonna have final approval and everything. And also I remember she has, but those three are the big ones. I also remember like the end where Barbie meets, was it the maker of Barbie? Like the inventor? I also kind of like remember being like, where did this come from? You know, it's like the story, I didn't think the story was going here. It's kind of like felt from out of nowhere. Dude, there's so much charcoal in the peeper here. Yeah, they kind of felt slapped on, but unfinished. Yeah, right? It was just like the movie wasn't even about the creator. It was I mean, I understand it was about Barbie, but it's like either Barbie is her own person and character and, you know, has her own story, or the movie should have been about like the maker and Barbie from the beginning, you know? It's like you can't introduce like new characters at the very end, because it's like, you know, where did this come from? You know? But I mean, like, it wasn't my favorite movie, but like it was okay. Like I would definitely recommend people, you know, see it, because it was like such an important cultural milestone, you know. And then I also wasn't really swept up by Ryan Gosling's Canergy, you know. Like, I like Ryan Gosling, but it's just like, I feel like people made too big of a deal about it. It just kind of like lost its like charm or appeal a little bit for me. It's kind of like one time, well, not one time. So my sister, my younger sister, she had a quinceañera, and I was in it, and we did a surprise dance, right? In addition to the waltz, like we practiced like a dance from Greece. It was like a Greece medley, and we danced at the event at the quinceañera, and like it was good. Like people liked it. Like, you know, all my family liked it, and they're like, you know, oh, that was so good, and they're applauding us. And then we left. Like, we left the dance floor, and while we were sort of like in the back room, like my dad came over to us and it was like, you know, that was so good, you should do it again. And we were like, what? He's like, yeah, like, you know, like, do it again for us, you know, because it was so good, and it was just like, you know, you're so, you know, you're like real dancers and whatever. And so we did it again, and the second time was just flat, you know. It's just like the reaction was just not as good, and it wasn't as fun. And it was just like it had lost its appeal performing it twice in a row, you know. Which is why, like, musicians and whatever don't perform the same song twice in a row. It just sort of loses its magic a little. So that's kind of what Canergy felt like to me. It was just like too much exposure, and yeah, I was just like, this is Grease dance all over again. I loved him for the most part. I just, when he was begging, kind of felt weird, but I did like him a lot. I used to never like him before Barbie, but after Barbie, I actually do like him. Yeah, he. Yeah, I think that he chooses movies that I would want to watch. Like La La Land, I really liked. Blade Runner, I liked as well. I'm trying to think what other recent movies he's done. Like what big ones he's done. Like I think he's a good actor. I think, you know, any kind of role he does, like he's giving his all, and so yeah, like I didn't dislike him in the movie. It was just like the hype you know, it sucks for the movie theater people because they have to clean up all that. Thursday, so it'll be hectic. I watched Minecraft at 7:30 on Friday, so there was no school days. That was during the summer, right? I don't remember when it came out. But yeah, hopefully no one throws nacho cheese in your movie. That would kind of ruin the experience, right? Probably could get your money back though, if you were really kind of like bothered about it. Just be like, hey, like, someone threw nacho cheese again. Can I get a refund? So it seems like you do see a lot of movies, you know? Like you like seem like a movie buff. Oh, maybe, I don't know, I can't remember. It's just I went into this from my theater. Does your AMC have those reclining leather seats? Yeah, like once a week usually. Dude, nice. Do you have the what is it? The A-list? Is that what it's called? Um, does AMC still do that? Because I remember before the pandemic, I had the A-list, and you know, where you can see like 3 movies a week, and it was like $20. I don't know if they've raised the prices, but that was like a really good deal. And I remember like going to see movies that I wouldn't normally see just because like I had the pass, and it's like, well, if I have it, I might as well go use it. And like there was a few times where because I used to work like really far away, and like it'd take me like a long time to get back home, so there was a few times where I was like understand why the movie theater wants to offer that service, because you know people want food, right, during the movie. But at the same time, it's like it's changing the experience of the movie. You know, like my ideal movie viewing theater experience is, go in. The theater's like not super packed. Maybe it's like a matinee, like a movie showing, like a morning showing, and like I just watch the movie without, people talking loudly, or like, I don't see the light of someone's phone turn on. That's like one of the reasons why I kind of stopped going to movies. It's just like, I can't deal with people sometimes like taking out their phones or like texting, and like kind of just like disturbing, the experience of the movie. Yeah, I usually say if you watch 2 movies a month, then get it. If not, then don't. Yeah, I mean, 2 movies a month, 15 bucks a movie. That's better than buying a single ticket. I'm such a movie snob. I hate myself during movies sometimes. Why? Because you're like you gotta, you know, watch a movie this way. Like you can't be on your phone or whatever. Yeah, picking up their phone is so annoying, dude. Yes. I walked out of Oscar Mario movies. I walked in 5 seconds late. Oh, okay. So you're like all or nothing. Like you gotta be there from the beginning, um, to kind of get the whole experience of it. Mm. So then, like, because you go to the movies frequently, do you find that people's behavior, like, has it improved, or like has it gotten worse? Like, are people like using their phones more frequently? It's just like all politeness or movie theater expectations gone out the window. People are just kind of like doing whatever they want. I hate people ordering food in a movie. Yeah, it's disruptive. It's disruptive to have an usher come in with a plate of food, and like the whole thing is just like distracting. I hate people munching on food. Would you like, in your perfect movie theater, would you ban food? Like no food, no popcorn? Isn't that kind of like one of the appeals of the um, Alamo Draft House, in Texas, where like they have like special movie showings that are like quiet, um, quiet movies. It's like you get kicked out if like you make a, you know, disturbance. Yeah, they're more relaxed and less considerate. But I kind of am okay with it as long as people keep going and supporting movie theaters. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think like movie theaters are struggling pretty hard now, right? They're they haven't really recovered, um, in like the 5 years since the pandemic. It's like it's from what I understand, like it's never reached those kinds of consistent levels, right? Or I don't know, maybe like they're as good as they ever were. They might have, but I'm so loyal to AMC that I normally don't go to any other theater. My AMC has the best screen in the city. Mm. Is it an IMAX with like they have like Dolby Atmos right? Is that like the thing? If I had a perfect theater, it would be an IMAX screen with Dolby Sound and seat and only one street from in the middle of the screen. Yeah. Some of my favorite movie experiences were like private screenings where like I would go like at like 10 a.m. to like a movie that's been out for weeks, and I was like literally the only person in the theater. Yeah, I always love that. It's just like, you know, like I'm sitting there watching the trailers, just kind of like crossing my fingers that no one's gonna come in. Yeah. I just can't abide it anymore. Like, it's so, it just kind of like irks me to the point where I'm like, it kind of like ruins the experience for me when people are just kind of like talking, and it's like, you know, you can tell them to be quiet, or you can like go get someone who works there, but it's just like most of the time they just start again, you know, like 20 minutes after that. Like I'm so like bent on paying attention to the movie. Like, one of my friends, he is a movie talker, so like he'll like, you know, throughout the whole movie he'll like turn to whoever's next to him and he'll like make comments or like make jokes or whatever, and it's gotten to the point where it's like I refuse to go to the movie theater with him. Like, not even like if I'm not sitting next to him, even if I'm like, you know, like he's on one end of our group of friends and I'm on the other, like I can hear the whispering. It's just like I can't deal with that. Like I cannot be part of the problem by having this, you know, by being with this person here who's talking and kind of like distracting me from the movie. Did that yesterday. The Running Man was like that. Oh, nice. You had a private screening. Yeah, I have become more accepting now, but only if it's a movie that is important, like Running Man or Five Nights at Freddy's. If I walk out, if I hear people talk for minutes and then Fantastic Four. So like it's movies that like you really care about. Like you're just like this is the movie like I'm looking forward to watching, and like someone's like talking, it's like, you know, the whole thing is like you know, I guess not ruined, but just like your expectation is different, right? Because you're expecting to like watch it and focus and be able to like enjoy it in that way. Yeah, all Oscar-nominated movies and big releases I walk out as many times. Oh wow, okay, so you'll actually like walk out and presumably, you know, go get a refund. That's hardcore. But I mean, like, I can respect it because it's like, you know, you're paying for the experience, right? Like, you're paying for a certain experience, and other people getting in the way of that is just kind of like, it's a bummer. There's something very transformative about watching a movie in a movie theater, you know? It's like being transported. Same with like a really good book. It's like you get lost in a totally different world, and like you just kind of like lose yourself, you know? Like you're just invested in the story, and you're no longer you. Like you don't even think about you. That's one of the reasons why I love going to movies. It's just like, you know, I can lose myself for like a few hours and like watch this film that's kind of like, you know, good films like transformative and get you to think and see the world in a different way, or like inspire you to do things differently in your own life. Those are the sort of best moments. I paid for it, yeah, but AMC, and this gets me 4 movies a week, so up to 4 times I got walked out. I walked out twice and luckily the experience the way I wanted it. You're dedicated, I'll give you that. Yeah, you're right. In a 1,000 inch screen in my 6.5 inch at home. Yeah. It's a totally different experience. And kind of like what you mentioned before, it's like, it's an experience that I wonder how much longer we're gonna be able to have. You know? What is the future of movies in movie theaters? Is it really gonna be like it is now, you know, like are movie theaters gonna be able to stay profitable, and are we gonna be able to watch it in these big screens or in these big screening rooms, you know? Or is it all just gonna be streaming? Because it's like, it's so much cheaper for movie distributors to just throw it on a streaming app, you know? Like they don't have to pay movie theaters, they don't have to pay like transportation costs and like, you know, all the sort of like overhead that like I don't even know about, you know. They don't have to pay that, they just have to pay for server space and all that. They might have to downsize heavily, but I think it would be okay for at least 25 years. I'm more worried about the heavens. I go once every year because I love that too. Yeah, that's an experience that I think probably most people haven't had, going to a drive-in. And it's kind of like a cultural iconic experience that, you know, 70 years ago everybody had, and now it's just kind of like disappearing. I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer in the theater, and the drive-in just like You know, have always wanted to go to a drive-in, but I've never gone. Partly because like there's not, you know, it's just literally not that many as there were before. Yeah, but it's kind of like, I don't know, can you really enjoy the movie as much as if you were in a, you know, indoor theater? It kind of feels like the experience is different a little bit. Like I don't know about watching like a very serious drama, you know, in a drive-in. I think it'd be kind of hard to kind of concentrate, you know. so nice midsummer. Yeah, it's a vibe. The movie is nowhere near as good. It's more about the vibe than the movie. Yeah, that's kind of what I kind of pictured. You know, it's just kind of like doing something so kind of like culturally American. You know, just kind of like 4th of July, going to a movie, drive-in. You know, being with your friends or your family. You know, just kind of like joy being outside and having that kind of like shared experience. You know. Okay, so I think I'm just about done. I'm calling it because I feel like I'm just adding charcoal and charcoal. So I'm just gonna erase some of these lines to really get the whites to really contrast with the dark areas. And yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. I'll do because I don't think I'll have time to do the second one tonight. It kind of took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. But I think overall, like, the charcoal experiment was okay. I wasn't really expecting that much, mostly because like it's a medium like I don't have a lot of experience using, but it was definitely fun, and I will definitely be drawing more on charcoal. Just resize lines. Oh, you know what? I have my handles right here. You can see people, car lights, and people riding the movie. The speakers, either the radio or the outdoor speaker, which I prefer because it sounds like a 60 speaker. Then it's like, and then they took in enough food for the movie theater food. Yeah, it's just like a vibe, you know? Like, you just kind of like enjoy the experience rather than get locked into the movie. Yeah. It looks great. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this was literally maybe like the third time I've tried using charcoal. Mostly I'm drawing in pen, just because I just kind of like the way it looks. But charcoal's definitely a lot more forgiving because I can actually erase. And this is actually the 4th time I've tried to draw this image. Because last stream was like super frustrating for me because I don't know, I just couldn't, like, it wasn't like a good drawing day, and I was just kind of like grinding it out, you know, like, because like I was like, okay, I need to practice, I need to get this drawn, but like I just wasn't feeling it, you know, things weren't clicking, it didn't feel like I was doing it very well. And so yeah, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna draw this reference next stream. I'm not gonna draw it again because I've already drawn it like 4 times, and however it turns out is however it's going to turn out. And so, yeah, I'm okay with this being the drawing in its completion, because I gotta move on. This is like still at the beginning of the drawing course. I got like 170 more plates to go. I don't know how many hundreds of drawings that is. So yeah, I'm ready to move on.